My friends, my fellow YouTubians, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the time has finally come. We have 7 days remaining until the 20th of May 2014, the appointed date upon which the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection shall cease to exist, and along with it, many games that can be played online. Now, many of these are games which I don't care about. Many of you probably don't care about either, but there is one in particular, or a collection, may I say, that rings true for many and will be well remembered, and that, of course, is the 4th generation of Pokemon. My favorite generation, in many ways, you know, and the online scene for which I began uploading during, and when I discovered the metagame, the competitive nature of this wonderful thing that we call Pokemon, and it means a huge amount to me, and I am extremely sad to see it go, very sorry to see it go, but I'm not gonna let it go without a fight, of course. So I shall strive, ladies and gentlemen, for the rest of the time that I have left remaining until those servers to go down, to get as many damn Pokemon battles on 4th Gen as I can, and I will bring them to you. God damn it, I will. So let's kick it off with a game against my good buddy, my good pal, a NARANagi. So, I'm going to lead off with Sophos, and I'm using a team which a lot of you will remember. It's one of my favorites of all time. It uses Deoxys Speed, so I'm cheating a little bit, but I told Nagi that it's from the era of Deoxys Speed, and you'll see how beautiful it is. So, first off the bat, I'm going to go for the Hypnosis, knock that Claydol straight to sleep, and because I am knocked out, I'm Sophos, I'm not in the raid, let's remember these, these traditions. I hit the Hypnosis, because he is my man, he's going to do my duty, or his duty, or whatever duty. He gets rocks up in the process, but I'm going to switch straight into Donphan, thinking maybe I'll be able to get off a Rapid Spin, but I decide no, because Nagi told me he was bringing a Rotom, and this Rotom is actually cut form. You can't see it because I'm using Diamond, so it appears as normal Rotom, but have my word, that is Rotom cut. So instead of going for the Rapid Spin, knowing that he would most likely go into that to spin block, and here's the funny thing is that it's still Electric Ghost in this generation, no longer, it hadn't evolved to the point of having the grass attributed to it. And so, yeah, I decided to rocks of my own, and then switch out into my Jirachi thinking, hey, he's probably going to go for, a T-Bot predicting my switch, I thought that, my Donphan can't really do anything even if it stays in to take that. So I go into Raji. I end up getting Tricked to Scarf, which sucks horrendously, because, ladies and gentlemen, I am running my Subcom Mindset, my favorite set in the world, and it just is kind of ruined by that. So, try and go for the Psychic, get a bit of chip damage onto the Claydol, decide the good opportunity while he's asleep to go into a Azumarill, who will be able to smash something with a Waterfall. I don't care what it is, he can go back to Rotom, I really don't mind, I just want to get a heavy hit. I'm Choice Banded, and I know I will do a significant amount to anything. In comes a Vileplume, which Nagi brought. I didn't expect that he would have something like this, but it comes in, and he was hoping for the effect spore to take effect, as one might say. It doesn't, however, and my Azumarill remains unparalyzed, unsleeping, and unpoisoned. I believe those are the 3 that can happen from effect spore, which I'm thankful for, because I kind of will need him later on for priority Aqua Jets and all that stuff, so pull the switch into Sophos, thinking that the Sleep Powder is coming. That seemed like the most likely thing, and of course, because my Noctowl carries Insomnia, I am not afraid of, drifting off to the land of Nod, because I stay awake all night, he's up all night, and he is swinging. So, ends up going for the Aromatherapy, which will cure the previous sleep that I put onto his Claydol. It doesn't, however, stop me from trying to do it again, but before I do that, I'm going to try and get off some damage. I go for Nightshade, and as it comes in, I'm thinking, well, here's the options. I could either put it to sleep and risk missing, and kind of wasting some time. Alternatively, I could just try and kill him, and once he's dead, he can't spin away the rocks if I set them up again, and he can't set up his own rocks if I get rid of them as well. So my aim game here is to just get rid of Claydol as quickly as possible, go for Nightshades. He unfortunately gets rid of the rocks on, the ones that I've set up on his end of the field. Ends up pulling the switch into Rotom, which, as I reveal, has like no HP investment whatsoever. The Nightshade does a huge chunk. Clearly, I'm able to 3-hit KO that thing. However, it probably isn't a good idea to stay in, given that I'm weak to his main stab. However, I know that he's a Rotom cut, and the switch to Donphan is extremely obvious. So instead of making that switch and potentially getting hit with a Leaf Storm, I opt to stay in, hoping that Nagi will overpredict, and he does. He goes for HP Ice as a middle ground to try and hit me for super effective if I stay in, and hit Donphan if it comes in. Ends up, as you can see, doing absolutely nothing to my Noctowl, because, as I have said before, a special defensive monster that one cannot hope to usurp. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, 2 for 2 on Hypnosis's. I might add that Nagi was hosting this game, meaning that Hypnosis's accuracy was based off Heart Gold, and therefore was actually 60 as opposed to 70, but Noctowl doesn't give a fuck. Sophos, my friend, is able to hit those with impunity, and he does. Added to that, Rotom's eventually gonna just go down. It's not waking up. The sleep has put it into a deep slumber from which it shall not return, and I end its life, put it to the grave, and disappears. In comes Aggron. Now, the smart thing here would be to go into Donphan, take the predicted hit, and, you know, retaliate by spinning away rocks or setting them back up again for myself. Instead, I opt to overpredict, and it doesn't work out in my favor. I thought that Nagi may be seeing through me and thinking, you know, maybe he's going to make this switch and I'll do something else. He ends up just straight up head smashing, which unfortunately spells the end of Sophos, but he did a fantastic job and whittled down a huge amount of, you know, Nagi's team. So now I go into Donphan with the full HP and the resistance to the head smash, which he's probably locked into, being banded or something like that. I can easily set up rocks on the switch, and I could have spun there as well, potentially, because Rotom no longer can come in and block me. But I decided that getting my own rocks was more beneficial in the long run, and that's what happens. In comes the Vileplume, which puts me to sleep as I try and stay in, hoping for a miss so that I can spin away the rocks, but unfortunately not going to happen. I'm going to pull the switch into Jirachi, predicting the grass move, be it Giga Drain, or even trying to set up Leech Seed, something of that effect, or I don't know, even if it was to go for the paralysis with the Stun Spore, Rachi is kind of Choice Scarf locked when it doesn't have any business being so, you know, being a calm mindset and everything. So I'm actually going to decide to stay in and go for the Psychic here. Nagi doesn't look like he has many switch-ins. He's definitely mulling it over. He's considering, you know, is Vileplume really worth keeping to me at this moment? Or can I go into something? Maybe I should follow the Claydol. It's kind of up in the air, and of course this is why he's taking so long to decide, as you can see, because this is live recorded, and hey, I can do that on my capture card, which is pretty freaking cool. He ends up staying in, trying to, you know, think that I would switch out to something else, and therefore put him in a better position to Giga Drain, but it doesn't work out, and at this point, he sees no reason to keep Vileplume alive. It is going to go down, and means that there is one more thing out the way I don't have to worry about. His next switch is rather interesting, and I'm going to let you listen to what happened live. Oh, come on! No way! Are you fucking serious? Come on! No way! Holy shit! What? Nagi, you're a cocksucker! What the fuck? Oh my god, I better live this. I better live this, yes. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck, man. That was good though, wasn't it?
I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you bringing it in? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That's another thing I love about being able to do live recordings, is the fact that I can catch stuff like that, and I can then show it to you. So Nagi had a Kush that berry Claydol, and it earthquaked me, and I didn't die because Jirachi is fantastic. And that is one of those things I'm going to miss about 4th gen, those crazy moments that are absolutely insane. So he brings in the Aggron and he decides to Rock Polish. Now he knows, because I told him I'm bringing Deoxys Speed, he needs at least 2 Rock Polishes in order to outspeed me. And that's why he does that, that's why he stays in and tries to. I, knowing that he's probably going to try and set up, decide to fodder Rachi off, get as much damage as I can with Psychic, because I know I have 2 surefire ways to deal with a +4 speed Aggron. The first of which is my Azumarill, which is banded and has Aqua Jet, and could probably take him out from this range, but the more stylish option is the man himself, Hitmonchan. I will kick you. Pre-Five Guys and a Gigalith days. Still kicking it pretty hard, though, with a Mach Punch, able to come in and finish Aggron off. That's what I like to see, my friends. That's exactly what I like to see. So, now Nagi has, I believe, only a couple of Pokemon left. Or actually, maybe he has more. I think this was... No, he does. He only has 2 left. I did recall it correctly. This is a Gyarados, a shiny one, and I was thinking, you know, best option is for me to stay in and go for the Thunder Punch. Regardless of the Intimidate, it'll take him out. And I don't think that any single hit of his can kill me, so I'm not really afraid. However, he turns out to be a more progressive Gyarados, more of like a, you know, Platinum era one, which is running Bounce. Back in the day in Classic Diamond and Pearl, you never saw Bounce anywhere, but he's running a, you know, a more futuristic one in the 4th gen terms. Unfortunately, I had too much faith in Hitmonchan. I thought that it may be able to live one, but I underestimated the fact that Gyarados has Stab on Bounce, and it is super effective. So, unfortunate that I go down, but I am able to easily revenge here with my Deoxys Speed. This was the thing I loved back in the day. I did this so many times. I brought Deoxys Speed in on +1 Gyarados, and they would not be able to outspeed me still. I believe even +2 Gyarados, if you're running the bulky DD set, gets outsped by Deoxys Speed. So it was a fantastic check all the time to bring in to T-Bolt, finish off those things and get them out the way. And yeah, I was pretty proud of that. Pretty proud indeed. His final ends up being a Magmortar, which I'm going to Psychic. Unfortunately, it's not quite got enough of a kick to finish it straight off. And Fire Blast will, in turn, with the Life Orb damage that he has packing behind him, finish off my Deoxys. Nagi decided, you know, he's like, I'm going to die next turn. Just go into Donphan. I want to see how much Fire Blast does to a Donphan with Life Orb Magmortar. I was like, fine. I try to snipe him with my Ice Shard there, which is why I go first with the Sleep Turns. But it turns out that in the end, he actually kills my Donphan with the Magmortar, but dies himself, leaving me with the narrow but still solid 1-0 victory, and a really rather classic game to go along with it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a 4th generation match. A lot of fun times had, crazy moments with the Kustat, and some great stuff happening, which I was super proud to be a part of. And I'm going to be bringing more of these, as many as I can have, as many as I can do. I'm going to be doing a 4th gen stream later in the week, and I will be announcing that at some time to come. But come with me, guys. Come on this final journey. Take up your 4th gen cart again. Find someone else. Have a game. Enjoy it while you can, because it won't be here for long. Thank you once again. Leave a like if you enjoyed, if you would be so kind. And that is going to be me. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.